Hi, I'm Peggy Strain. I'm a member of the English department. What we have coming to UD for the Rose exhibit are the illustrations and the text that was published in 1969, and it includes illustrations by Salvador Dalí. Now, Dalí provided a total of a frontispiece, which was in 4 colors, which is an image of Alice, a girl that looks as though she's playing jump rope. She's got a loop over her head as though she's in midair. And then there is an image that's in a heliogravure, which is a photographic process that is tied one to each chapter. What Dalí brings to it is a sense of the wonder, and also I think in each of these images Alice is included. She may be very diminished and not hold a very dominant presence in the composition, but she's always there with the rope over her head. When you think about the fact that in some of the stories she's always eating something, a bit of mushroom, or she's drinking something, so that her size is not constant. She's either too big to get out of the house, or she's too small to get through the door. And so a lot of the Dalí's images, and I'm thinking of the talking caterpillar, has this gargantuan electric blue and yellow and red caterpillar, because she's eaten part of this something on one side of the mushroom, and so she's gotten so small she thinks she's going to disappear. And then he tells her that you can change your size from eating from the other side. And so there's also a second caterpillar, a much more realistically painted green and yellow one. So that is much more in proportion to Alice as Alice's normal size. So I think what Dalí brings to it is a sense of dream world, and a sense that the world of reality as we know it and that of our unconscious, those lines are much more fluid than we would like to think. I mean, I think it's fair to say Dalí explored that in a lot of his paintings. I think he brings that. I recently came across a quote by Virginia Woolf, who said something to the order of Alice in Wonderland, where the Alice books are not books for children. They are books where we become children. So coming back to it again, several years, decades later, what I notice about Lewis Carroll's writing is that he truly tries to capture the character's perspective as a child, and tries in many ways to tap into the imagination and the exploration and the dream world of a child. I think as an adult, I have a better appreciation for what Carroll was trying to do as a writer that I didn't understand as a child. As a child, I was looking for story and characters, and to understand it in a kind of classical way of these are her adventures, and how does she, what does she learn, and how does she resolve it. I remember at the end of Alice in Wonderland, her sister appears, and Alice looks around her, and she's brought back into the real world, so to speak, with the appearance of her sister. And she comes to see things that she had imagined as wonderful, dreamlike images, as just the blades of grass and the flowers in the garden and the little bunny hopping and eating by the side instead of the white rabbit that she follows down the hole. I remember thinking, oh, so it was just a dream. I remember as a child going, okay, now it makes sense. It wasn't supposed to make sense. Now, I appreciate what he was trying to tell adult readers about the imaginations of children. And the fact that somewhere along the way, Alice grows up and so do we. And maybe that's a loss that we shouldn't lose, that wonderment. Dalí certainly tells us, I think, that we never should. It never goes very far, if only in our dreams, but it's still there.